Yo, what's going on, YouTube? And welcome back to Goal Line Hockey. It's your boy Kevin Forte, and we are taking a look today at some breaking news out of the Toronto Maple Leafs as they have re-upped Rasmus Sandin, one of the defensemen on the Toronto Maple Leafs. There was a lot of questions if, the fact that he hasn't been in training camp, hasn't been in the preseason for the Leafs, he's held out. Well, they've come to terms on a new contract. And Kyle Dubas, pretty good job. We'll go over that today. Rasmus Sandin, the left shot defenseman, is now going to be getting paid $1.4 million on a 2-year deal. So it's a 2-year deal. It ends up coming to $2.8 million over those 2 years. You put that together, $1.4 million per season. The total salary is $1.2 million this season and $1.6 next year. So he actually gets a raise from the first year to the second year. There is no signing bonuses attached to this contract. It is still unconfirmed at the making of this video, but we know it's probably more likely than not the case. Overall, this is a good contract for the Leafs. They need defensemen, and this is a guy that instantly brings back depth to their blue line that they desperately need. It's a contract that, honestly is a prove-it deal. I think for Sandin, at his current age right now, at 24 years old, he's looking at this at 22. He's still only 22, so he'll be 24 on that next contract. He could get $5 million per season if he becomes a bona fide top 4 defenseman, right? So, again, that's still what's on the table, but the Leafs just don't have the cap space to do that. They don't have the money to give him a 5 or 6 year deal. It's just not on the table for them right now. And they're one of those teams they're in win now mode, right? They're trying to win a Stanley Cup. So Rasmus Sandin isn't necessarily the top priority for the Leafs, but I think it's important that they get something done here. They find a way to get it done. One last thing for the Leafs media to kind of talk about. Maybe they kind of chummed it along so people would talk about this over something else. But that's kind of what things are like right now in Leafland. John Tavares is out with an injury, which obviously is not good news. But if you look here, we're going to take a look at the Leafs lineup. You look at their defense. Now that Sandin's in there, it is kind of a welcome addition for the Maple Leafs. Again, you've got other younger players that can play in this lineup, but I'd be a lot more comfortable if I'm Kyle Dubas and a Leafs fan knowing that he's in there. Now, this is their defense right now. It's Morgan Rielly, TJ Brodie, Mark Giordano, and Justin Hall. And you've got Jake Muzzin and Jordy Ben as your third pair. I do think we could see Sandin take Hall or Ben on the right side on either the second or third pair. Like I said, though, overall, it's a depth signing. You look at the fact that Timothy Liljegren is out right now day to day. I don't think that had that much of an impact on that, but that's another defenseman now that you're kind of going deeper into the Marley system. Good signing by the Leafs. Again, nothing crazy. It's a guy that's, he's still trying to prove it in the NHL. Might not even get a spot on opening night on the roster, but we'll see what happens, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.